Hello, Toddbog here with Breaking the Stream, and welcome to a new Let's Play of Conquest of Elysium 5. Where we last left off, we just finished our Druid playthrough, which was quite fun, so if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. We got to explore a lot of what the Druid does, and a lot of what he can get through summons and things like that, and some of the strategies involved with the Druid and what you want to do kind of to get started. So today, though, we're going to go ahead and start with a new one, and by request, we're going to go ahead and do the Bakemono play. So, as always, this will be on a daily basis. You'll see us beginner-friendly and played to completion as well. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, I always do a large map. That's just a good size for me. And if you go with the too large of a map, you have an increased chance of certain apocalypses occurring if you don't have enough AI players on there. So, a large map, I find, is pretty good for that. We always do a random society because it's always fun to see what they do, what we get with our particular faction. And then we go with battle reports here. So basically, I'll explain why that's important later. So go ahead and do this. New player. We got 6 AI and ourselves. This is what I like to do. And then we just hit plus, and that'll change all the difficulties at once. So that's a nice quality of life improvement. We always do unique random players, and then we go ahead and select ourselves. So the Bakemono were once slaves of the Oni, demons from the netherworld of Bakemono legend. The entrance to this realm was on the top of a great mountain that the Oni made their fortress, where they enslaved the Bakemono. When the gates to the realm of the Oni were closed through trickery and the last of the Oni kings died, the Bakemono took over the mountain fortress of their masters and set out to carve a kingdom of their own and make slaves of all the lesser creatures. So it's a tribal society. We're going to be basically like goblins, at least in terms of our strength and power and stature for most of them, but we have access to better recruits as well, so we'll show you those. We use sacrifices from hamlets, villages, and larger settlements. We can do sacrifices to perform rituals, which will allow us to summon Oni and other assorted creatures. Humans recruit at special locations cost twice the gold, so humans are less likely to want to work with us. And mines and mountain strongholds produce Bakemono warriors automatically, so free recruitment. So definitely interesting. It's a challenging class to play, but once you get it off the ground, it becomes a very tough one to fight against. So we're going to hit OK. We're going to enter our name. And usually we start in a snowy realm, which unfortunately we did in this one too. But it looks like there's some temperate nearby, so we're not too far north. Certain classes have a preference for snowy realms. This one does for some reason, and the dwarf does. Or Davala. So we'll look at our commander here. So I'm the Bakemono sorcerer. So a few things to note before we get into the specifics here. 3 stats you want to take a look at. Hit points, that's your health. That's your chance of not dying, obviously, because everything does damage. Armor reduces damage by a set amount. So if your armor is armor 2, you reduce damage by 2. Very useful stat to have because attacks generally run pretty weak, especially early game. So in this case, we don't have any armor because we sit in the back. We're a caster. So, but then down here, for most troops, you'll have a standard attack, and that attack will show the damage they do. So in this particular case, it shows this 1 to 3 plus 3. This plus 3 adds to the top number. It does not add to the roll. So you'll always roll from 1 to, in this case, 6 for the damage. So you always have a chance of doing 1 damage. That's something to keep in mind. However, if you roll max damage, you actually roll the die again, subtracting 1 from the result, and add that to the roll. So if you roll a 6 and then a 5, you would have a total of 10. 6 plus 5 minus 1, 4 equals 10 damage. So you can definitely do a lot more damage than you might expect, but it's a rare chance. And if you continue to do it, you can continue to add. So if we kept rolling 6 and 6, we'd be adding 5 for every 6 after that. So it's a great way to overcome higher armor targets, but it's such a rare chance that it won't happen that often. But anyways, this is our caster here. So we have spells to cast, so we actually level 2, so we can cast level 2 spells or level 1 spells. In this case, we've got Summon Wolves, which allows us to summon new creatures to the battlefield. Harm, which is really good, 1 to 30 damage, so it can just outright delete targets. As you can see, even our leader here, who's decent, has only 16 hit points. Pain does 1 to 10, and then Gust of Wind does 1 to 3 and a burst of 5. I think we'll actually put on the Gust of Wind instead, because the Gust of Wind, if successful, stuns the target, which can be very useful. So, okay, we got that. We're all set up. This is our commander here. He's just a regular general, 14 hit points though, 2 armor, and does 1 to 12 damage on an attack. He also sweeps, so if he has leftover damage, that would be applied to the next target, so on and so forth. So, a nice sturdy guy, but he's a leader of troops, so that's what you want to use him first and foremost. And then our regular troops, and you'll see that they're not great. So our very base troop, our trash tier, is 3 hit points, no armor, does 1 to 2 damage. As you can see, just not very good at all. They get deleted pretty easily. 3 hit points and 1 to 3 damage instead for the spearmen, because they have a slightly better weapon than the stick. And then you'll see our bowmen have a range attack, but they only do 1 to 2 damage as well. So against unarmored targets, they're okay. Once a target starts getting armor, then it becomes problematic. Because a target with 2 armor, for instance, you have to roll your max plus your max again in order to actually get a damage. So to do 1 damage to a target. So yeah, all trash tier, but you get a lot of them, and they free recruit out of the stronghold, so that's a useful thing. Recruitment wise, you can recruit all of these things here. So soldiers are an improvement because they have the armor point, otherwise they're spearmen with an armor. The archers have the armor as well, otherwise they're bowmen with an archer or with an armor. Swordsmen have the sword, so they do 1 to 4 damage instead of 1 to 3, and the armor, so they cost a little more iron. And then the chosen bowmen we have already. So overall, that's what we got. One last thing to look at are special rituals. So we use sacrifices, and sacrifices are used to summon things that may not want to work for you. And as a result, you have to spend more to have a better chance of getting them. So in this case, we have summon lesser beings for 40 if we do the full sacrifice. Base is 20. So we need to build up to get that. Summon greater beings is 100 to 200, depending on you want to do it. And you can actually try and do it for 1, but chances are you're not going to keep them. And what happens is if they don't stay, is they'll fight you, and so you'll end up losing stuff to it. So you have that option if you're in a desperate situation. That might be the thing that saves you, but that's pretty much going to be a problem. Oh, there we go. Transfer. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer all our troops. We're going to have our general leading. We've got 5 bowmen and our caster in the back. And we're going to go and attack this group here. So this group here is a little more resilient. They got a lot more hit points. They got armor, spears. These guys have 2 armor and halberds. So these guys are pretty rough. They're gonna do some damage. However, our spellcasting and our general are gonna lead the way, and we should be able to crush them with our numbers. We're just gonna take some casualties. So these are pale ones, by the way, and pale ones are interesting because they only have 1 eye, and as a result, they have bad eyesight, so they miss 20% of the time. So stats. Yeah, we lost a lot of stuff here. So as you can see, we basically each round will move. We'll do any attacks that are in range, and we do those in initiative order, cast spells, and then we continue to the next round. So as you can see, they just deleted my general there. So we lost a good chunk of our troops and our general, but we did take the coal mine, which is good for us. Oh yeah, so we're getting resources, gold. We get 2 from our base and 1 iron from our base as well. And then each of these give a gold and an iron. So it's useful to have all of those resources. Also, we took all our troops, but we have 2 here now because they spawned. So we get free recruits there. So we can replenish the troops we lost. But that was a big blow to take out firsthand. So that's it kind of sucks, but that's where we go. So these all cost movement. As you can see, 2. And I moved to here's 2. I only have 3 movement, but what'll happen since I used 4 when I only had 3 is that this will next turn I'll only have 2 action points to use for this upcoming round here. So, and then when things are covered in snow like this is, it adds an extra point to the movement, unfortunately. So these did go covered in snow in the fall, so that means we're still fairly far north. A shaman would be nice, but okay. So basically now we're just hunting around for more things to take while we wait for our forces to replenish back home. 2 deer we can kill. As you can see, we've already got and these are all going to be the trash tier units, but they're free, so go ahead and kill those. Now the gold stream would be nice, but these guys have 22 hit points each, and they hit for 1 to 15 and sweep. So yeah, we're gonna have to come back. But we want the gold stream because we'll get free spawns there as a result. So, and of course 4 gold a turn, which would be nice. So we killed the 2 deer. All right. So now it is winter, so everything is snowed over, with the exception of the far south. All right. Let's see. We've got ourselves a coastal hamlet, so we want to take that. There's a city here, which isn't that well defended, so we should be able to take that eventually. And this one isn't well defended either, with 3 archers. The High Lords are problematic because they have 3 armor and a shield. Shields have a chance to block, so 0 to 1. So you roll you flip a coin essentially, and half the time you'll block an extra damage. And then bows, they block 0 to 2. So, so as you can see, leadership, local leadership, fast. So yeah, but he hits hard with the lance charge, but that's once per battle, and then 2 broadsword strikes. So he's gonna be a tough one to take out in melee. So hopefully we can just delete him with pain, but. We have the extra movement though, so let's go ahead and take that. So towers are defensive structures, as you can see here. He's got 3 crossbow. What makes them unique though is that for these guys, it's a monster lair. So it'll spawn monsters. In this case, Kingsmen that will spawn around and start taking things and kill monsters and things like that. So. It's an interesting mechanic. So coastal hamlet, we killed the archer and the spearman. I'll let you see it. So we're summoning wolves. I don't know if that would be the choice I would do, but just because of where the wolves are coming, huh? Let's change this up. Let's change that to pain instead, and we're gonna attack this tower because the tower will give us a recruit point as well. If you hit I on it, it has the crown, the citadel, and I think we can win with my spell casting. Ooh, now this one's a little tougher with the halberdiers, but we definitely want to take that. All right, so we're going to view this battle. So as you can see, we're just deleting guys now. So we lost 3 guys to the crossbowmen. As you can see, 3 kills, but we killed them all. So. And now we've got some great summons here. I have 58 gold, so I can't get the shaman, unfortunately. But I'd be better served with these Bakemono archers. So these guys are cool. These are special recruit. They only come up occasionally. So as you saw, every turn we get messages. So this is the recruit we got here. But as you can see, they have 10 hit points, 2 armor. They hit for 1 to 5 on their archery with a range of 6. So that's fantastic. And then they have a great sword with 1 to 10 and it sweeps. So that's a really good recruit there. So yeah, we can take out these guys now that we have the Bakemono archers. They'll make short work of these guys here for sure. So we'll do that. We could use the gold for sure. All right, so we'll view this battle. There you go. And so we didn't lose anything. Our Bakemono archers killed 3 of them. Regular bowmen did 2. That's not bad. And then I killed 2 with spells as well. So, and now we have more sacrifices. So we're up to 3 per turn. That's very useful. So right now it's a tiny army. Not great. But we can definitely take out a captain and 5 swordsmen. 21 units. That's a lot more archers there, so we definitely don't want to do that. I want to get some numbers up if I can. So we're going to hit stats. We did lose a show, probably to the captain. We'll go ahead and view that. Or probably to the swordsman, actually. Yeah, he got in a hit. Only needed to do 3 damage. He did 3 damage. So, let's see. We're going to go and get swordsman there. Just because they have the armor, and then we'll get some bowmen. Because that's what we need. Okay, cool. We got some stuff over here. See, that's not a monster lair. That's not a monster lair. So that's a port. That's actually really cool. Because that gives 3 sacrifices. The city, though, as you can see, gives 4 sacrifices. And it's pretty great. We'll go ahead and take this village over here, though. These guys are wandering monsters. Oh, there's a coastal hamlet there too, so okay. Well, we found ourselves a nice little spot. The High Cultist has been eliminated. The Citadel was conquered by independents, so luckily we don't have to worry about it now because we're getting a decent number of guys, and there isn't any major sources of enemy. We're gonna go ahead and kill this first because yeah, definitely don't want to deal with that guy. We're gonna have to deal with it at some point though. Cloud of Decay. So decay is annoying because anything that's decayed will die. It takes a 1 point of damage each battle round until it dies. So if you have guys that are decayed and you win the battle, then you basically wait out the rest of the turns until they die. It sucks. But they have 21 hit points, and they don't explode. So if you can kill them before you get into fights, you're good, but more than likely they're going to kill some stuff. But they're on a graveyard, which unfortunately means that evil things are going to spawn there. So we're going to at some point want to take that out and tag it so that we don't have to worry about it. 2 spearmen died to the spearman archer combo, but we managed to win. So very cool. Alright. And I want to know what's there at some point, but we'll figure that out later. Alright, so we got bandits here. Bandits and slingers. How can I see them? Let's see. These guys aren't stealthy. I thought they were stealthy. Okay, yeah, nothing in my army has got sight, so so we'll go ahead and turn here. So there's 2 ways to lose. You lose by losing all your leaders, or you lose by losing all your citadels. So, oh, okay, this is not bad. That's 6 archers on the walls. That's a little less takeable, but we can definitely take out levies. Those guys will die pretty quickly. Levies are the trash tier human unit. However, they are still decent. They just can't move. So for classes that get them, which is the Baron, yeah, definitely can't take that. Those are high quality troops. But we'll do a recruit here. We'll get those Bakemono. Good melee troops there. They're just basically, they hit for 1 to 11, 11 hit points. So I like the archers more, but those guys will be a frontline unit and they'll take abuse. All right, talking to the Baron. The Baron just attacked there. And the Baron is somebody I need to avoid right now because he's got knights. And knights have 3 armor, 11 hit points. We showed you how powerful the High Lord is. He just gets these for free. He's also got longbowmen, the best bowman in the game that you can recruit on the regular. And 6 range, 1 to 4 damage. So quite good, and I am in quite a lot of danger. So we'll just go this way, and we'll just have to bounce our way back home. Looks like boars have taken over. 8 boars have taken over the village, so it is now Boar Town. Let's see. Do I grab the Bakemono? It's just a chunk of hit points. But if anything, I should get archers. Let's get archers. No, we'll wait. We'll wait. Because if I get Bakemono archers, then that's good. So Baron's a problem, because they can grow really fast. At this point, might as well do that. Ooh, there's a troll. Trolls are tough, because they regenerate. So they regenerate 5% of their hit points. So in this case, they would generate, what, 2 to 3? Because 10% would be 5.6, so yeah. 2 to 3 hit points a turn. They hit for 1 to 19, and it's a sweep, and they have 2 armor as well. So they're a tough foe. They're weak to fire, but I don't think we have to worry so much about this because I have some powerful spells to use against them. So we'll be able to take this village from them. That'll be nice. Battle in a farm. We lost the spearmen, but we killed all the dwarf workers. You guys should be fighting for me. Alright, we'll do this because I have faith in my pain spell. Alright, battle in the village. So okay, well he did more damage than I thought because we kept throwing the wind spell at him, but Yep, so he killed 4 of my guys, and we got the troll. Attacked in a village, and looks like the slingers attacked us afterwards. See, that's the one we should have been throwing the winds at. Silly AI sometimes. So yeah, we're definitely in a bad spot now. Oh, let's see, we got 3 and 2, so... Alright, 90 gold though, so let's get those Bakemono archers. Beautiful. Alright. And so I've got the power. I could do the summon lesser being, but it's not that great. So I want to do the summon greater beings. You get more of them at once, which is why I want to do that. Ancient forest. Bakemono General. Do that. Alright. So we probably should grab some swordsmen. So that's a decent enough force that I think we can take this port. Okay. So we can do one more recruit. We'll do a swordsman just to give us more beef on the front line. Okay, let's do it. Alright, the stupid rock puts me back 1 more rank, but I think we're in range of everything. Do I want Gust of Wind to go off at this point? Yeah, I think I do. And Pain. We'll do Summon Wolves instead of Pain. No, because, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Probably a bad idea, but we'll see. Hopefully the wolves will draw some of the fire, so we'll do that. Alright, we deleted their most powerful guy. Alright, we didn't summon a single wolf. Until the end. That's good. So we lost 4 swordsmen. Not bad. Not bad at all. Especially for what we got out of it. This is fantastic here. Yeah, we're going to get the Bakemono. So those 4 swordsmen got replaced by 3 Bakemono. I can live with that. I can live with that for sure. Definitely not fighting this. These are spellcasters. Spellcasters you always have to be careful of. You don't know what spells they have exactly. Iron Arcana can do some nastiness. Pyromancers definitely can do nastiness. And they've got some really good items. So I definitely want to kill them at some point. Adept of the Golden Order, Gold Arcana level 3. I don't even know what spells come in that. I don't run into the Gold Arcana very often, so yeah, that is something we're not going to be messing with for now. Question is, do I wait a turn? So some undead, probably spirits, came from the graveyard and took that. It's going to happen to us. We got trade. I should be using that trade. We're going to buy iron because we're running out of that. So basically I have 2 points of trade, and iron is a 1-to-1. So for every turn I'll spend 2 gold and get 2 iron extra. So I'm currently producing 3, so I'll get 5 per turn essentially. And since I'm using it up on recruits, it's not a bad idea. Alright, well green's over here. Okay, well, we'll just have to hope that green isn't very powerful. Or less powerful than us. Alright, so we're at 8. Unfortunately, I can't get any of the Bakemono stuff. Because those guys are 15 iron, but... So the debate here, you gotta do some math sometimes. So you get 5 swordsmen at 4 hit points a pop. Which means 20 hit points. Each one has 1 armor. It's not bad. They do 1 to 4 damage each. Or you can get the big guy for 24 hit points. Does 1 to 15 damage. Sometimes it's better to do one. Sometimes it's better to do the other. In this case, I think the swordsman normally I would say yes. But iron is another factor, right? I think we need archers, actually. Let's do the archers. They'll defend the city, and we need them for our backline anyways. But yeah, you sometimes have to do that math. And sometimes it's a matter of your army composition. Having a single body with all the hit points in one Can be very useful against certain types, especially since he sweeps. But okay, so knowing what I know, green has swamps and forests under their control, so they could be a Troll King. They could be a Druid, a Dryad. Queen wouldn't get swamp, so they could be a witch. I think those are the three. Now maybe the Dryad Queen could take that too, but either way, not what I want to fight right now. These 4 archers, I think we can take them. To debate. Yeah, I think we'll do that. That city is just too good to not get. Alright, battle in the city. Let's view it. So the wolves did their part. Alright, so we didn't lose any of our Bakemono. That's the most important to me. We lost a bowman and 2 swordsmen, so not bad at all. Less than 25 gold lost, and we got ourselves a city, so yeah, that's just nothing to complain about there. So we got Bakemono we can grab. Do we want that? Or the 5 swordsmen again? We're gonna go with the Bakemono this time, just because he's center line, and I need to keep my iron. So 15 is the magic number for us to have. So we got ourselves a city. That's really good. Our sacrifices are coming in. So in 2 turns, we'll be able to do our big sacrifice here. Let's see. Okay. Blue, that's our Baron, I think, right? So, oh, it is a witch. Okay, so the question is, what does she have? She has nothing. Okay. We gotta kill her. It's her spells I'm worried about. Witches get charm. And charm sucks when she charms your big guys, for sure. Spell-wise, I think I'm okay. And then the other thing is their archers have poison bows, which is armor negating, so that could be damaging too. But to eliminate her now would be huge. Question is, she can't run away far enough. We could spend a turn, get a little more powerful. Yeah, let's do that actually. Let's just be smart. Let's bring an overwhelming force to her, and we'll get some bows, and then we'll chase her down whichever way she ends up going. As long as she can't get a wall of some sort, which she might get here, actually. So we'll throw up more archers. Why not? Yeah, she ran away. But I know where she's at, so I can catch her. Okay. And I have the movement. Let's do it. Alright, we're running a risk of not being able to catch her. So we're being very careful here because we don't have a strong enough force to control or to fight what we get here. So we're going to spend all our sacrifices. And not what I wanted offhand. But, hey, you get what you get sometimes. Actually, no, this is really good. Okay, I forgot that they're powerful spellcasters. So, Nahoki, the Nushi, as a swamp spirit, has the appearance of a withered old crone, but takes the appearance of a beautiful woman when in the company of men. When it strikes, it reverts to crone form and claws her attackers. If wounded, she'll transform into a large black serpent. So that's really cool. She casts Witchery level 2 spells. No charm, unfortunately, but Enchanted Sleep and Poison Mist are huge. Yeah, that's really huge. And Poison Resistance will help us, although it's only a burst 3, so okay, I can't complain. She's also a commander, which is cool too, so alright. So this is a Androphage cavalry, not really anything I'm worried about. They do have some defensive positions in the mountains, but again, I think we're A-okay. It's just a matter of what the witch has, and that could be the difference here, so we'll see. Alright, we're going to hit view. We're going to pause it. We're going to look. She has Curse of the Frog Prince. That sucks. It turns things into frogs, but not the end of the world. Cloud of Confusion can be bad, because that can charm people, but it also confuses them, so and then Acid Cloud hurts. So we'll see what happens here. So as you can see, my guys are glowing because they're confused, but and sometimes they turn neutral and sometimes they turn to the enemy. So in that case, we ended up killing him because he was fighting us. Same thing happened there. So not bad at all. So we lost 3 Bakemono and an archer, unfortunately. So that was huge. But we killed the witch. And that, I think, was the main witch right there. What color was she? Oh, green, probably, right? Oh, no, it was not the main witch. That was just one of her apprentices, so. Okay. All right. Well, this is probably a good point to call it. So we did a big summons. We took control of our local area here, as you can see. We're going to have to probably retake control. Let me just get some archers up here just to prevent these deer from spawning from this forest and killing it. And we got a good swath of territory here that's really helpful for our sacrifice income. So yeah, I can't complain. I feel like I'm in a great spot. So we're going to go ahead and leave it here. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, as it means a lot. And I'll catch you guys next time.